All right, everyone, welcome back. This is kind of a continuation of my Planner Why video. So if you don't, I would suggest to go watch that first because that's going to really break down what I'm trying to do. So in with that video, I tried to assemble my rings to get it ready to maybe just be something I really just keep with me. Okay. This would be the one that would take on the go. Because, like, for instance, Sophia has an OT appointment. So what I did was I labeled it out: inbox, toolbox, family, collections. Then I put plans and grad school towards the end. Kind of like how I do my main planner. I do all my mental health and all that, and then the plans are last. I haven't tried that system in rings yet, ever. But I notice it's the way that my brain processes first. The first thing is like what I talked about is like my mission. And I want to type it up, like my mission and all this somehow, some way, nice, cute. So like in the front, I could see that point, period, blank. But it's to balance my home, my heart, with higher learning, growing through counseling, creativity, connection. So I want to word it better. And in regards to my planner, it's not about control. It's how I stay aligned with my purpose. So like intertwine the two into my roles as well and my identity for me. That way, when I open this up, first thing I see is that, and then I have a place for notes. I need that. And then, so I highly strategically kind of, this is like always what I like. I like a bunch of Post-its in the front, and I like scratch paper. So I did that on purpose. So this to me, and I also like a calendar. So I'm going to wait for November December. What are we in? Lies. I'm going to put November because we're already early in the November. I don't know why I was thinking we're at I don't know. I'm all jacked up for my dates. So November calendar. So it was like, I wanted to also turn back on the camera because I charged my phone a little bit and I uploaded the first one, and I want to turn back on my camera while I have a lot of momentum and ideas flowing, and again to catch it on camera. So scratch paper. So this is like, I put down like, this is how I want the flow to go. So this is kind of like process but also scratch in a way. This is inbox, and I also took out a lot of like the divider fluff, the decor. I still want decor. I need decor. And I put my pin back there and like other things sprinkled throughout. So like when I first open, it's not something that it's really functional for me. Scratch paper, Post-its, some nice decor for visualization, and then I'm good to go. Then I get into the inbox, right? Inbox is more like, if I need to write a list of something, if I have an idea, I'm going to go here and just like use this because it's going to be a lot more streamlined than this scratch paper. This scratch paper is this if I'm on the phone, if I've got a grocery list, if I got stuff to do, if I just want paper for scratch paper that is going to eventually get thrown away, write it here. But if I want to start processing stuff that may filter down to some of these sections, this is where it is. So that's where it's going to be like info, dump, notes, lists, just collections. And again, I can put it over here. Or I also have the opportunity to go straight to collections if I know that it's going to be a list that I know needs to stay over here. So I've got a call. I've got a lot of to-dos. I've got the vocabulary stuff for school, and then I also got my weeks, and I did this. I want to start using it for school, so I just want to test it. So down here I gave myself a lot of this. So when I look at this, okay, did you do any of these things? They're not per se to be on the correct date, but then any notes, and then any other larger to-dos. Maybe I talked to admissions or whatever. So I'm going to keep this open like this on my table. And then I've got like Christmas stuff to deal with. I took down all of the October like Halloween-y stuff, and I need to know if I'm going to do more so Christmas or Thanksgiving, but I still need to talk to my husband about that. So while I don't forget, I'll come over here on this one and I'll say, talk to Hubs about decor. Like, which one do we want to do? This is going to jog my memory. So if I come here, I'm going to know, oh, which decor are we trying to do? And then something tells me let's just shoot for Christmas, but whatever. I like to involve him. So all of this stuff for Christmas, stuff for my son's visit, I still need, this is inbox. It needs attention. Anything that needs attention, and that's a little bit more longer term, can go here, because my fast action items need to stay in my main system, because this is what my brain is used to. I also did do a post-it of what I need to do today. So that way I can grab this, stick it in the front, or like really here up in the planner, and I need to be able to do that. So how I've kind of done that in the past is kind of like put something here and put a clip. So clearly the Malden for me is the only planner that's a lot stretch and a lot of give, because it has a long belt. If I know I need to go into way more, Moterm can handle a lot too, but right now I'm just trying to like hone it in, you know? So I need something that if I'm on the go, and a lot of people have taken off this zipper on purpose, and I know why, but what I've done before is I've taken a clip or something and I've pinned it here so I can have, again, more throwaway stuff. Or if I don't want to do that, I can like get this, because it's very thin, cut it off, and then I have an area where I can come and stick this shit here. And I know like, okay, that stuff right there is what I need to do while I'm out. And because it's right front and center, so I do need to still fix something over there for that. And so again, inbox, I just have to process that shit. Okay, then here we go to toolbox. This is for me when I am so just not regulated, when I am just so holy mother of cranky. Like I need settle down. And that is a lot of coping list, emotional check-ins, affirmations, scriptures, prayers, my music list that I love when I'm overwhelmed. Maybe if I see it, I can go, when I'm overwhelmed, my playlist on Spotify, because we switched over, is not correct. So I can't, I've created on Apple Music like an overwhelm list. So I still have to get that in Spotify, but have no earthly idea of what the songs are. I can probably pick the top 3 or 4, but I can't hone it down, and it follows a methodical way. Like I'll play like beats, so-fi music, no lyrics, no singing, no humming. When I'm overstressed and whelmed, do not talk to me about some songs. I can get down to like that when I'm lower, like at a lower width. But when I'm overwhelmed, I need the song. So just kind of like checklists, dividers, cues, things like that. So I literally, and put the big picture here, because I literally need items for my toolbox. This is where I'll heavily use Chad. Chad is going to save me in this area. I also put these over here because I think these could be my journal prompts. They would just be the prompts. And then I would use my main book towards the back to journal with them better. I've always used that in a system, and it just seemed to work really, really well. And the prompt could be maybe this month, it's shadow work. Shadow work is getting down to the nitty gritty of what do you got to work on, girl? What is stopping you inside your heart of hearts of really like you're not dealing with? And I like to process it out myself. So to pick a theme, and since we're starting in November already, pick a theme, and it could just be a word that jogs it, or an actual prompt that is short. I think I'm going to have to create my own because there are not any out there that speak to me. But I want to put it in my toolbox because that could go along with, you know, I just need like a one pager to regulate myself. So the thing would be a regulation list. Okay. And I was writing what those lists look like in here. So visions, intentions, so scripts, prompts, anchors. Okay. Then the inbox, short-term list, thoughts, quick notes. So then now we're headed to the family. The family, I need, like when we go to OT, they're going to give me a lot of shit about Sophia. So I got one for Sophia, Hubs, this is Moleskine paper, Isaac, Junior, the kids, and pets. I no longer have Deja. She's not a part of like my main system. She's out of the house. If anything I have to do with her, that could go on like a to-do list over here. But these I need, and I need to find those transparent ones. I don't know where they are, honestly, but they're sticky notes. They kind of look like, well, they do look like, oh shit, I messed that up. Like this, where are they? I know they're here, so don't even freaking tell me they're not, Monique. I probably moved them around like this, see? So that's why I have that still in there because I still need to process those. But right in the front, when I'm speaking about family, I need something that it's like, okay, this is for Sophia, jot down the notes, but I want to keep it. I don't want to write on it. I want to have like, she's purple. So this is where my color coding system would have to come into play. So I would have to have purple sticky notes. Okay. My husband is orange, so that's where I need orange. And then I can throw these away. Isaac is green. I don't have green anywhere near me. Okay, but Junior is blue. I can just put one. He's not here. He's in a different area. So I'm going to put the kids blue as well. Oh, these are green, aren't they? These look green. And if you're like, where'd you get those, Monique? Amazon, just put sticky notes, coffee sticky notes. They'll come up. Again, as I addressed in my other video, I am not an influencer that will bring you all the joy and give you all the things in terms of links. Sorry, not happening. So, pets, yellow, because there's a lot of shit. So family, then it's going to go into a lot of this stuff, but I can't do it all at once. I got to chisel away at some of this stuff. So batch cooking, maybe batch cooking ideas. Okay. Like a list on batch cooking ideas. That could really help me in a pinch. All right. And then independent chores for Sophia. And how to walk through that process. The family wall calendar, I decided not to. We have a calendar right here by me, and we cross off the days. Any huge important things that I want Sophia or Hubs to know, I highlight it, and I put, like if it's someone's birthday, if we're going somewhere, if it's Christmas, when it starts, like, and then Sophia has her own little calendar over there in the other room, and she changes it herself. That's where she can learn muscle memory for it. Family weekly game days, marriage podcasts. So I want a list of different marriage, actually therapy activities. So what that means is, oh my gosh, you guys, there is this show on Showtime. It's called Couples Therapy. I highly recommend you watch that shit. I'm actually considering I've been watching it a lot on like Instagrams and stuff, but I'm really considering getting Paramount Plus. Because it's on there, or I think Showtime. I have to check which one. And it is so good. Number one, it satisfies my therapy thing where I'm checking out her style, and I like her style. Then it lets me see the marriage couples and what they go through, and like how I see myself and me and Hubs and them, and come up with ideas. I told you I'm severely mental health. I've got YouTube under this family sections because that's where I ended up putting the notes. But I don't know. YouTube to me is just like a collection or a list. It's not something that it has to have its own stuff. So there's a lot of to buy for the kids here, and that this just needs to probably go away. But I do have this. I wonder if I could put it. It has a little bit more stick. Kind of seems like it does. Because I need to process how I'm going to do these, like a master task list for cleaning, kitchen declutter, fall bucket list to buy in the living room. Those are things I still need to keep in here. That's why it's under family. So that's how I'm going to choose to do that. I'm probably going to be able to have to add to this, which is why 30 millimeter rings never always work for me. Essentially, what I'm probably going to have to do since I start school is go in to have my own ring bound for school, but I really don't want to do that. I really don't. So collections to me are list of this, okay? These are all blank because I like to write collections. You'll see shit like that in here, in my main shit. It's ideas. And I get a lot. I see a lot. I do a lot. I think of a lot. I read a lot. I consume a lot. And I like those to be organized lists. So whether or not I come over here and I want to add it to the family list, I'll put it in the family. If I want to add it to me and my toolbox, I'll put it over there. If it's something in regards to Isaac, I'll get it on a Post-it, put it on his Isaac area. That's why it's kind of like double-sided, where I can put like throw anything urgent here, but then over here, if it has anything to do with his mental health or what could help him or whatever, I'll stick another Post-it right there, and I'll do the same exact thing for each one. What I really want to do is laminate a nice, pretty paper for each person, and that way it'll stick better. So I could laminate a nice dashboard for each family member. Because, and maybe it's just I find a really nice paper, and then the first part is packing tape so it won't take up so much room. And then that way it'll hold longer, okay? So collections is really just a lot of piece of paper where I can just, it's different from the little inbox, brain dump, scratch notes, because it's more specific to a list or a collection. Then after all of that, here comes the plans. This is a lot to do with when I'm out, when I'm anywhere, at any given time. I can see a week. I could see a month. So I've got to fix this. I just threw everything over here. I haven't fixed it correctly. Okay, so there are months right here that they give me. Here's November. So I would have to put that. This is the personal month. And then that's the school month back here. So this is where I could have another thing on the go that would look like this. I can't for the life of me take this out. I try. It's too home-ish. It's got like my journaling. So if I want to journal and I'm on the go, I'll just take a little book, a little small book, and place it back here. A little thin-ass book and journal. So I haven't accounted for that. Let me see if I can grab one. Hold on. This is one I've seemed to use a lot. I have little things in here already. So I could still utilize this. And it's super thin. And it's the week size, so it will fit towards the back in this little area. Ugh. Hold the phone. I don't want to lose my space. But it could fit there, and I could totally take it out whenever I need it. So this is more planning This is more something I really wanted to just talk about this because this was the bread and butter of what I really wanted. And because grad school is still forming, okay, I did put over here my main counseling theories, vocab terms that I could use, and I put them under classes. Again, this is it's morphing really nicely, but I still need that to really work. And here's a family actual. That'll work because that's family. That'll get to me and my family tab here, or I can come here super quick. So when I'm out today, I can have, is he there? Is that why he's texting? He's probably back. I don't know if he's there yet. That would have been super fast. I highly doubt it. So again, when I'm leaving, I need to also take this out because I haven't even processed that. These are all the extra weeks. There they are. So days. Okay, so these weeks would have to come. See, and we're already at capacity, y'all. Right here. So we've got November, right? It's probably like, I don't know. These are outdated, so that's why I'm just going to pick a few. And I got to date it because it needs to be dated correctly. I'm excited that I'm motivated for rings again like this. When I get into rings, I've had some videos back in the day that are really, I think are very good. When I get into rings, I really get into rings and I utilize it to its full capacity. So 9, that's more Thanksgiving. And then that's 1, 2, 3. The last week of the year is in here. See, so the 29th. So I do need to create a tab for down here too. And then I need to put like maybe 2026 for right now. So I can know that down here is the other ones. I always love bottom tabs. So that's that. And then I have 6 months in here. I think about, for the sake of, because I need something for pre-planning. Remember. But I also have months in here. So I could use the months for pre-planning. And I don't need to pre-plan more than 3 to 4 months in advance. So I could very well take out May and June and put them over there. And it'll save space because this is pretty thick paper. So see, it'll start to save me some space here. And this is where I'll start to really tear apart what I really need. How can I downsize? How can I streamline? How can I make something work better? Because these are already 30 millimeter rings, friends. And I am not the one where I see how it's already pulling. I don't like, if I know that I open it and I can't see this, that's how I know it's already too chunky. But, you know, in the mold-in, it'll close. And because this is the old leather, I swear this is stretched upon. Like, this is the most beautiful piece of Filofax I have. After my Holborn is a brown one, but I really love, and I thought to maybe go into the Holborn, but my Holborn is not as worked in as this. And maybe I just need to get my Holborn and start working it in, because that's what I've done with this back in the day. So the plans area, I want to add routines. I have this paper right here for a routine brain dump so I can know what I want to put right here. So that when I look at plans, this can jog my memory of what I should be doing in terms of the house, in terms of Sophia, in terms of what I've done before is I'll follow it, like take meds. I'll follow the flow of my morning. Feed Maya. Film. Walking pad. Cook for Sophia. Clean. errands, chores, any of that. Then it would be school. Then I would be plan dinner. So it's like a brain dump, but following my things I know I need to get done that day. And then like more stuff like hydrate, make sure I hydrate, make sure I eat healthy meal. So maybe get something like that, add to it like my nitty gritty, and then put it here. So then I can now start utilizing this paper that I have in here. It's not just for decor. I really like it, but I also want to start using it more so planning style. I think I'm going to move that picture to the family under hubs, because that's really me and him, you know? And so then I could start, I've got dailies in here, okay? These dailies are very small. These are the ones where I just need more structure if I'm out on the go or I'm somewhere and I just need a daily, whether it's pretty planning, functional planning, whatever. And then I have the 2025 calendar. I moved it all the way around to be with the weeks. So this whole little section is kind of mimicking this whole section here, but it's because I don't have 2025 and I don't want to buy it. I'd rather, because there's only 2 months left. So this is all of 2025. I don't have the calendar in here. I should try to put November and December, but if you could see, December is attached to this one. And I don't want to ruin where it's at. So that's why I just kind of put this, I can still utilize and have a November, and then it'll pull me to the current week. So then if I'm it'll put me to my current week. So if I really need to start looking at a date, I can come here and be like, okay, wait, you know, it would be a November date or a December date. So then I can come here. So it's just starting to go through each section and honing in on it. The school, I've got password, I've got the academics, I've got things to do, I've got my purpose, I've got admissions, I got these cute stickies, I've got my bullet journal key code, I've got materials needed, my degree plan, notes for my degree plan, my actual semester breakdown of my degree, licensure stuff, notes for licensure stuff, right? Then I've got stuff that if it's VA related, I need to be able to put it somewhere. And then I got contact lists and notes if I need that when I'm talking. Then I got stuff A&M. So this is the 2026 calendar. This is where if I need to pre-plan anything for the whole year of school of 2026, I can come here and be like, boom, here's May. This is what they're thinking for May, or man, shit, this is what we're thinking for summer semester. Then I've got the classes. This is where I could just break down. I actually should have moved these summer, fall, winter things. And they should probably go more so right after this class tab. So I haven't really thought much of this yet, okay? Because I'm still working my way through. I'm still adding things. I'm taking things out. One thing I did take out was, where are they? Shit, what did I do with them? I don't know what it was. It was a week on a page. It was a week on a page inserts. And I was like, I don't need those in here yet because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Okay. And so then I've got the journaling there. And then this is where I had this book like this. But because I started writing all over it, with a lot of stuff for my son, which I still want to keep because maybe I could just utilize this for him And then when I'm on the go and I need a talking points, I can grab it really quick, because this is going to help me jog what I want to say to him. Let me read it to you. We can tell you've been drained lately. It looks like your body and your brain need a break, not because you failed, but because you have been running on empty. We want to help you figure out what's actually feels sustainable for you. You've been working real hard since ninth grade. Biology is intense. Doesn't mean you're not capable. It means your system is running out of gas. So look, I even have for me, pause. And even if I'm talking to him on the phone or texting him, I can sum up this, and it's just notes for me. A gap year isn't giving up. It's about catching your breath and rebuilding clarity. You can use it to get real world experience and volunteer in science related places, so you can test what you actually enjoy without burnout. So for me, when I'm on the couch, I'm writing stuff like this and it's coming at me real quick, I don't want to forget it. And it's more of a scripted thing for me, because when I have something I need to talk to with someone that is very, very important, and for me, I need to be able to immediately have something to reference. So if I have that at it with me, I can go like, this toolbox is for me as a supplementary thing to help me deal with all of the shit I got going on in my life. I shouldn't call it shit, okay? It's not shit. But then I can utilize this area. This is a traveler's notebook little thing. And so when I come over here and I want to close this all, it will close, but it's tight. It's not jacking on anything. But the good thing is, like, if I keep this like this for a while, for a day or two, it starts stretching the leather. See? It pulls it. It becomes like a pull-up. And somehow, this Malden leather is very forgiving. Everybody loves the Malden, I'm pretty sure, if they haven't already. I might find a better book, take these pages out, because this is very thick. I need to find a thin ass book. I also have this that I know I like to take. So what would be really nice is like something that I am not putting a pocket on my damn Malden at the front. But if I have a binder that is less precious and that could really get me in there, I will put it on a Moterm. Let me just show you real quick. Because I've got one, and the Moterm leather is very forgiving. The Moterm leather has a lot more things, okay? And this already has 30 millimeter rings, okay? And it's got pockets. It's got a back pocket. It's got stuff for storage. Holy shit, do I have my parents' pictures in here. Wow, Monique. That's not good. It's not good, because then you're not going to know where they are. But because I thought, like, where's my little sticker? Because I brought it over here. Right? And I was like, I'll put your ass like on here, homie. Because you've got a back pocket, right? So I can put it like that. And it could even hang off of it. But I would need to secure that a lot better. Or I put a damn pocket right here and then have these freaking papers, because these come off. And I can stick that shit right up at the front. The problem is, it's probably got to go like this, because I need to be able to close it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how I do this with my main ones. But then now, see, I'll be able to have something where I could stick. Boom. And these pockets, I'll just show you, they are very forgiving with the Filofax. It's very forgiving. They'll come up and you won't even be able to see it. So that's one that I'm going to try too, because I always like to keep this kind of stuff too in my toolbox area. I feel out of control. I feel so disappointed. I'm so jealous. I told her lie. I'm sorry now. I don't really lie, but my mind is full of doubts. I'm worried about my parents. My death scares me. I feel inadequate. I need some time alone. I feel foolish. This came from the 5-minute Bible study for difficult times. All it really is that I used to do copy work, and I used to copy this exact shit. I would read it, I would write the verse, I would understand it, I would apply it, I would pray. It literally is soap study in this form. So I also have more little things. I also thought about using these for school, but they're very thick. And that's why I kind of took them out. I do want to carry this though. So I really love the Malden and how it molds to shit. But I'm going to put this one here because that's a whole lot better than it saying personal. Because I obviously know back here is Grad. I know it's, But if I can figure out a way to do something like this, I'll take this on the go because this is, I don't like treasure this. This Malden, I do, I love it. I've had it for years upon years. It just doesn't have look at the strap in comparison. Like, look at the strap. That's a fucking long ass strap. And if I was to take everything that I have in here, I'll probably, well, no, let's just do it, right? Everything. Open. Oh, shit. Why wouldn't you open? And put it in here. I don't know. I would do this when I'm not with you guys. What in the world? Sometimes if you just kind of like work your way through, you can get it in real quick. I mean, it's what I would do if I didn't have you guys here with me. I probably would just be watching videos. So this helps me tremendously. I go back to my old videos, and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be funny. I do a lot of shit for myself first. So as you could see, I've got to take that out, but it would close, but I don't have any of the other shit in here. So I could possibly just throw that in there. This one is a hard thing because, where would I put this? I could possibly, does it fit right there? No, I can use this and take it off because I don't. I can really kind of maybe, or I just put this in here. But I still want some of my stickers. So all of these stickers in here. Okay? And see, again, like I said, it's super forgiving. And I could possibly take that out and put it there. So it looks like I'm still good, but this stuff, what I could possibly do is, I need it. I just need it with me. So if I have it in there like that, it's still closing, guys. Holy shit. So I probably need like, okay, look, this is a picture, right? But it has the stick. It would stick way better. So what I could do possibly is, let's just do this one because it's what I probably wanted to use. And it's light color, okay? And it could hold this and it still looks pretty nice. And then what I can do is on the back side cover where the big old pocket is, I can do that. So it kind of stays not on the leather in the back pocket, and I have somewhere where I can stick my shit. Like, say I still need to buy something else, I can put it there. And if I want to kind of move this, see how there's a thing? If I want to take it off and actually move it to where it fits in here correctly, I can do it like that. So you see how I just took it off and there's like no freaking problem at all. And then now I just feel like I think this is going to be it, because it's a lot more, I don't know. I really do feel I've got a lot more room here. I do want to figure this out better. I do have a pot. I can probably just keep this with me. The biggest thing I really want to hone in on with him is this awareness, not guilt, the what's your why, and some of this here. But it has a lot of good info, so I need to be able to take that out somewhere. So the only thing I really like is this. I keep these with me everywhere. And so this is really turning out to be something, huh? See how I could possibly get a small little book and keep it in here, okay? Versus, and I'm gonna keep this because I always need a freaking paper clip all the time. I feel a whole tons better about this. I really do. It's giving real nice things. And see, I even have pockets over here, so I could use those. I have another flap here. That's why Moterm is always something that I love. It's just something that really, really speaks to, I mean, look at the beauty of this, you guys. It's so pretty. The Moldens now, this lays so flat, it's not even funny. Throughout the years, I've done like a lot of rolling, right? So one thing I've got to figure out, like I just said, is I've got to figure out the little book. I mean, I could possibly just put, no, if I put this in the back, like here, like what I was going to do, is just, all it's going to do is just mess up the right here. So maybe I could just throw these in there so it can create more of like a little structure. And then I can have somewhat of a book sticking out here or in here. There's even more stickers. I'm so tired of myself. Now I'll put these back here because that's okay. Okay, this is the pen I like to be writing with, but I also like, really, Daniel? I've been really trying to like focus on not thinking of my sister, and he texts me, I miss our sister. I'm like, oh my gosh. Me too, Daniel, me too. Trust me, I do. Ooh, that looks good. I miss her because I'm not even gonna get into that because I'm gonna make myself cry, and I can't afford that right now. I can't do it, guys. So I might take this and just put it over here too, and maybe just find a better book, like a thinner book, you know what I mean? To, see, and my brother has it worse because he's, how do I say this? His mental health, like he just barely found out he's autistic himself, okay? And his mental health is really declined, like badly declined. And, ooh, these are more Post-its. Hello. You go away. These are super cute. Maybe I'll just stick them for color like that. But, I have learned a lot more strategies than my family members to cope with my mental health than they have. And I swear to you, I went to school in my mind to help my family. I went to school to help understand the mental health behind everything. And then I needed to connect the dots. That's my rigid. I need to understand shit. And I will never stop until I understand it. Nobody can help me in my tracks. Only God. Not even my husband, my children, nobody. I need to understand it. I'm gonna fucking figure it out. And I really don't need you to come along for the ride, honestly. See, these are nice because they're very thick though. These I could use for the family members, but man, they're thick. See how I have this for shopping? I like this section because, and then these, because I really do want an area where I could just have it for shopping. I'm gonna try to, where's my scissors? I just had my scissors. Friends, do you see the scissors? Oh, Monique, find the scissors. Oh my gosh, they're right in front of me. What the fuck? So, I really like these for shopping. I got them out of a book that I had. Honestly, if they could fit in there, that would be fun. They're not, I'm gonna make them. How about I'm gonna make them? I want to keep these little check boxes. I really do. But if I can't, I'll just cut them heifers off. I would rather have the little lines there. And then I like these. But see how this does that? That's the one thing I don't like. Because I took the back plate out and I did 30 millimeter rings, I've got to go and put a fake back plate in, but I don't feel like doing all that, you know. I really like how I could utilize this right here. And it's very tactile, and like when I'm out and about with someone, I could see myself just... I really could. Right front and center will always help me way more than anything else. So... I love these Post-its. So I'm going to put them right there. See, that's why I like here. And I should have... I just loved the molding and the way that looked. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. My snuggle book. This is my baby. I'm going to keep him by my baba. Let's put him under family. Let's put him under himself. Just because I can. I love to look at him. His little smile right there is the world. And more coffee. I'm just going to put right there. And I definitely need an ollie clip now. I have a whole lot of ollie clips over there. So friends, I hope this was helpful. This was incredibly helpful for me. I'm really thinking about taking this one off and putting this one here, because it'll help with the gray. But I also like all this color. The only other thing is this shopping, friends. I really like this. And this would definitely go like here. But damn, friends. I still have to put a little notebook. This was by far the most funnest rings. I wouldn't even call it a series. This is me on the cusp, just doing what I need to work for me. I really like this pen. I need a ballpoint in here. I did get the 3. These are better only on Moleskine paper. Like, real quick. This is Moleskine paper, right? And if you go to like a purple, things to do, right? Super nice, I feel. But if I write it on like Tomo River, it's fine, but it's not as, I don't know how to describe the feeling of what I'm talking about. These two papers, it's nice, but let's go here. I was testing it on a lot, and I mean the pink and the purple, the orange is really, really not okay. Obviously the yellow is not going to be okay. Can't even see that shit. I like the purple, so then I like this one because it also has blue for my kids, green, purple, that's Sophia, pink is me. The only one it's missing is the orange for hubs. But if I was going to use one, it would definitely be this. But how could I use that? I could put it just in the rings. We'll be okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that. This has been a freaking pleasure. I am going to go and finally get on the walking pad because I haven't done that. My throat is hurting. I'm going to go file my parents away. I'm going to go and try to figure out a book that I could potentially use that I can take on the go for extra just shit. Because again, now I feel so much better, and when I leave the house today, I can take this, and it has a lot of shit that I can work on, and it'll keep me busy because at OT, I am to go back there with her because this is her first time trying to go by herself, and actually going to OT the first time was like an assessment in a way. And I do not want her to feel scared. So they are going to work with me in, you know, it's a part of her goal is to work with me to get her to eventually going in there by herself. And I am definitely very excited for her. I'm going to do this with the shopping. Because the shopping means all the shit to buy. So again, I want to put my planner mission. But this right here, guys, I'm pretty proud. Pretty proud. I do like this. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that, but I'm also going to go put this away with the other stack. Thank you so very much for watching. If you watched all this, I really appreciate you. God bless you and take care.